It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another one. We're back to talk about The Last of Us on HBO. So they recently released the very first photo from filming, which is pretty awesome. And from this first photo alone, and obviously looking at the source material, the video game, as a guide, we can pretty much piece together what the introduction is going to be. Also, aside from the first photo, we're also going to talk about some casting information. Obviously, we had the first two big casting news for the characters of Joel and Ellie, but we have two other additional casting news that we're going to talk about. And last but not least, we're going to talk about some very exciting things as far as covering The Last of Us on the channel. Now, I did tease at this a little bit in one of our Q&A live streams. Now, I don't know exactly what we're going to be able to do when it comes to this exciting news that I'm going to talk about later in this video. I know for a fact that we're going to be able to do some very cool things with it that I'm sure you're not going to be able to see in any other channel that covers The Last of Us, or most other channels, I should say. But with that said, stay tuned. We'll be right back to break all of this down. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe to not only join our community, but also help me get to the 5,000 subscriber mark. With that, let's dive right into it. So of course, the photo I have on the top right is the first photo that they released from filming, which is pretty awesome. So we have Pedro Pascal as Joel there. We knew this casting from a while back, so it's not new information, but we have Gabriel Luna as Tommy, who's obviously Joel's brother in the video game, and obviously in the TV version, he's going to be playing Joel's brother as well. Now, one thing I do want to mention is obviously because they changed Joel's race, they obviously had to make his brother have a different race as well, which is why Tommy is not the same Tommy from the video game. And obviously, as part of that, Sarah has to change because she can no longer be the same Sarah. So the actress that plays Sarah is actually Nico Parker, who's also in the first photo that was released. And obviously we have other crew in the background wearing masks and everything. Now, we can obviously tell from this image alone that they are filming the prologue from the video game, where we have Joel's first encounter with an infected, taking Sarah and leaving the house, where he finds Tommy and they're driving out of town. So this is obviously them shooting that scene. So we know for sure they're going to be doing the prologue. Now, as far as them doing scenes before that, that remains to be seen, but we know that they are doing a TV show and this is not the video game. So the concept is different and what they need to do is definitely different. There's a possibility that they might expand that intro and we might see some sort of a backstory initially or even afterwards. So there's a possibility that they might come in and out of the main storyline that we had in the video game. Finally, we know Ellie has also been cast. Bella Ramsey is the actress that's going to be playing Ellie. We know Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian. He's also been on HBO's Game of Thrones, which I haven't watched. But obviously, just looking at Pedro Pascal's role as the Mandalorian in The Mandalorian, he's pretty much typecasted into Joel, because if you think about it, The Mandalorian is just like Joel and Ellie is sort of like Baby Yoda, and in a way both Ellie and Baby Yoda are quote-unquote special. So we can definitely see that there's some sort of a typecast going on there. But besides that, obviously Pedro Pascal is a very strong actor, so I'm sure that he's going to be able to pull it off, regardless of him being typecast as Joel. I haven't seen Gabriel Luna in anything, so I can't really comment on this particular casting. Same goes with Nico Parker and also Bella Ramsey. Bella Ramsey, I know, is also from HBO's Game of Thrones, but I haven't watched it, like I said, so I don't know exactly what she's going to be able to bring into the table. I did watch a short she was in. Her characteristics in that short sort of matched Ellie, so I could kind of see how she might be able to portray Ellie and pull it off, but obviously I haven't seen her in anything major, so I can't really comment on what she's going to be able to bring into the table. After all of that, here comes the exciting news. So again, let's revisit this first photo that I talked about. Now, obviously this comes from Twitter. It comes from Gabriel Luna's Twitter. And if you take a look, you can see that this was shot in Calgary, Alberta. Most of you might not know where that is, but I know because that's where I'm at. That's where I live. So that's pretty awesome. I actually knew way before this photo came out that they're gonna be filming The Last of Us in my city. I didn't know too much information at that time, but I do know a bit more now. But it's pretty awesome to know that a major show like that is filmed right here where I am. This is not the first one. There's been tons of other movies and shows that have been filmed here. It's pretty awesome to experience it firsthand, you could say. Now, I did reach out to a couple places to see if there was any opportunities, maybe special exclusive interviews or things like that. No one's really followed up on it, but I am definitely following up to see what I can find to bring to you guys as content for the channel for The Last of Us. Now, the other thing I do want to mention is just today I learned that they're actually filming not exactly in city, at least for now. Obviously, we know this was shot in my city, so we know parts of the show are definitely going to be filmed here, but it appears that right now they are in a town 170 kilometers or 100 miles away from where I am, in a town called Fort McLeod. 100 miles is a long drive, so obviously there isn't too much I could do in terms of content right now because it's so far away. But as soon as I get some news, things happening around me, I'll jump on it to see if there's anything I can film for you guys in terms of behind the scenes and things like that. Whatever I can get. Of course, if anyone reaches out to me or follows up with me about opportunities, things that we could do, that'll obviously be things that I look at as well. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's gonna be the first place I go posting news and information about things that I might be able to do as far as The Last of Us and things that we might be able to have on the channel. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.